Kev, why One Piece, dog?
So already, so many fantastic points have been said, but I especially loved the layers idea. There's so many different things. It doesn't matter like how far you could go. For example, Larry and the boys are saying, the power scaling layer could be the world building layer. It could just be the actual storytelling layer. It could literally just be the story. But even in that, there's like those super niche characters that you just somehow get really attached to. You know what I mean? Or it could be like Luffy, the GOAT, who's also our main character. There's just so much potential for not just like the One Piece experience, but everyone else's own One Piece experience. Like you could be a Zoro guy or a Sanji guy. You could like have another favorite character. You know what I mean? It's all very subjective while being the same journey. And that's what makes it so interesting. It's like, this is going to sound kind of cringe, but I kind of don't care. Our journey through One Piece is like how every other pirate has their different journey through the Grand Line. It doesn't matter what it is to you, because it is that. You could have an agenda, but it's your agenda, and it might not happen, which does kind of suck, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Hey, Jay loved that one.
I love that. That was beautiful. Fantastic.
But for me, what made me like hooked on One Piece is like the character writing. I just absolutely loved how Oda could go from this super tragic stuff to like them being an absolute joke. Like one of my favorite characters is Robin, right? And Robin's flashback, obviously we all know this, it's peak fiction,
Good job, man.
And Robin could just next arc in Thriller Bark just have cats in her head. She's just thinking about cats. And it's just like, sure, you know what, Robin, I love you. I'll do anything for you. But then there's also characters like, shout outs to my girl Moda the Milkmaid. Moda the Milkmaid, the most relevant, irrelevant character in One Piece. And, I do have one little thing, since you mentioned, the idea of like a request or a challenge,
Okay.
I need to see Tekking do a Moda the Milkmaid video. I don't think he's done it yet. So I think I need to see that.
No, I tried to do one on Leloucia, but they took it down for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay. That's valid.
But no, I should do that one, yeah.
I think I remembered it, but like, I don't know. Like maybe
I've used her in a thumbnail. I've never made a whole video about her, but you know what? Just for you, man, I will, Kev.
Yes, let's go.
Love it. Hey, and you gotta wear the same Luffy shirt. Or Lucy, I apologize.
100%. 100%. Yeah. I made a video about trees, dude. At this point, if the character has a beating heart, I'm good. I can make a video about it.
That's right.
Yeah. What really makes One Piece like super great though, besides like the actual story, is like this. The fact this is even possible is insane. Like there's already, it's more than 18 because there's, so would that be 21 people here? Or is it 20? I don't know. I can't like instant math like that. But doesn't matter. The fact that we're all here and there's like like was said earlier, over 2,000 people watching us ramble about this amazing series is crazy. So
it's insane. It is insane, man. Thank you, man. I truly appreciate it. Kev, if you have anything to add onto that in regards to the Egghead stuff.
Yeah, I'm so fascinated with what the incident actually is going to be. I love the idea of Saturn dying. I didn't even think about that once, but what really like sort of clicked in my mind is that One Piece is going to go through a world war event, right? So how fitting would it be for a leader of the world to be killed like real life with World War I, how Archduke Franz Ferdinand was assassinated? They're probably going to spin it in some way where Luffy assassinated, the Gorosei member, but you could also interpret it like, what's it called? How Sabo assassinated Cobra. That could have been the Franz Ferdinand thing, especially since it's more in line with him being a king and everything. And kings are sort of commonplace in the One Piece world. So it could be that. But I just really like the idea of Blackbeard cooking as well, because Blackbeard, he's been all over the world right now. And since he has the warp through, the ship could just be a complete front. And he could just warp right into Egghead with Van Augur's fruit. That would be crazy as well. And I feel like that's just such an Oda thing to do in this arc, especially because every single chapter's just been like, oh, that just happened? What? Like stuff like that. So I'm just super excited to see when we eventually return, which could be next chapter, very likely.
True.
So when we eventually return, I'm excited to see.
I do hope we just kick right back into Egghead after the break.
Too.
I think it'd be an appropriate time to do that. Yeah.
Me too. Definitely. Me too. I think it'll be the perfect time. And speaking of perfect times, apparently, while Kev was talking, Morge banned Drago. So
drama
at
continues.
this point in time, there was a Conquerors hockey clash that happened off screen, and Morge apparently went over on Brago. I can't believe
I'm pretty sure
it. I'm in shock.
Brago just came in and said hi.
He's done.
Came in and said hi.
He just got Lucia. There was no clash there.
Oh yeah, no.
Mort said playing with fire, coming in here without a wrench. Apparently, the check mark doesn't carry any weight. It's crazy.
If we ever have a bingo board for the rest of One Piece, let me just put one prediction out there right now. One Piece is going to be the first manga. It's going to be the first manga to include a pop-up picture in a page of the volume.
Oh my god!
They're gonna do a volume. You're gonna open the page, and Luffy's eyes or whatever are gonna pop out the page with like that's gonna be the first manga.
Dude,
I'm telling you right now.
Exclusive.
Yes,
I can just imagine
that so much.
That would be sick, right? It just hit me. I was like, what have they not done in manga? Like, how could you break the fourth wall in like a special way with One Piece?
Yeah.
Just do like right out the page, like Luffy's punch coming out the page.
How do we get the fan scans for that then?
Oh, it's gonna look really bad.
You get a 3D glasses.
Yeah, we got a 3D glasses.
On that same like line of thought, I was thinking like, what if One Piece is like a flipperama and you go back and forth and it's like some.
Oh,
that'd be crazy.
Cool. That'd be cool. Yo, Kev, feed me your agenda, man. What are you thinking?
All right, the agenda. So first, I gotta say the dog Vegapunk brain switch agenda. That was like some Wagyu. That was amazing. And like all I gotta say, that's some Coco Jumbo stuff, but we're not gonna get into that right now. And for me, this is pretty basic compared to a lot of the craziness. Since it's this year though, I'm thinking we're getting a Frankie Vegapunk scene of some sort. It doesn't matter if it's something like, super crazy, which I'm hoping it is, But my full agenda is that Frankie's flashback was all about like accepting the things he's made, whether they're used for good or for bad. And I think Vegapunk's going to get this exact same thing going now with the Mother Flame or the Seraphim, something like that. So basically, Frankie is going to be the Tom for Vegapunk in this situation.
Before we move on to Usopp, and before I let Virgo go, is there any Chopper enjoyer that wants to defend him?
I kind of want to defend Chopper.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, please go ahead.
So I'm gonna let Kev go, and then Jay and Virgo can have their piece for it.
Okay, so I was a vehement Chopper hater until I realized that he's actually pretty good pre-time skip. Then post-time skip's when the fall off really happens. Because even in post-time skip, I kind of love his stuff in Punk Hazard, taking care of the kids. Like I actually thoroughly enjoyed that. And then everything after, I'm like, I literally do not care at all. Like, it's kind of sad how little I cared. In Wano, I thought he was going to do something. Not really. Like, oh, wow, the Ice Oni, that was something that was completely made up and not anything cool like the Plague one, which actually makes sense. Or in Whole Cake Island when he's babysitting Carrot the whole time. Like, I just didn't care. He wasn't doing anything that interesting to me. But pre-time skip, I thought it was consistently well-written and had, like, moments of actually, like, empathizing. Like, for example, obviously his flashback, but even in Skypiea, he was just, and Monster Boy obviously was elite. So yeah, he was just way better.
Defending Chopper, you kind of shit on him.
No, I did. I said he was really good.
He's an imposter. He's an imposter.
Chopper.
Defend Chopper. Fuck Chopper.
That's crazy.
I'm on Chopper there.
I got confused. I was thinking defend case.
No, because like he's still the worst. He's still the worst Straw Hat, but he's not that bad, guys.
I don't think he's that bad. He isn't that
Yeah,
bad.
exactly. He's not that bad. He's still the worst.
Yo, real quick, the best Chopper defense saying that he's the worst.
Yeah.
I want to defend him real quick.
Your Honor, he's not that bad.
Have any of you created any fun/scary headcanon for the origins of fruits? Did I cut out at any point?
I got one.
Yeah, I
got one.
Okay,
I
go
think,
ahead, 3.
Like, if we do take the road of devil fruits coming from people's dreams and wills or whatever, it might be possible that Emu and the Gorosei are gathering people that have these ambitious dreams just to literally kill them off, sacrifice them, and take their fruit and give it to someone else they deem worthy. So like they might literally have like a chain of people, maybe even Oda goes far, and like some of them are young and like they're literally being sacrificed for their devil fruits. I think that'd be like crazy dark, and I feel like stuff like Punk Hazard might allude to that. We see like slavery from the Celestial Dragons all the time. I just don't know how far Oda's gonna go when it comes to the Void Century and the devil fruits, but I think that'd be crazy dark.
I love that idea, and mine's like very similar to you as the sacrifice stuff. It's very similar because remember in Skypiea when they wanted to appease Nola, they were going to sacrifice Calgar's daughter, right? And I'm thinking, what if they started sacrificing a bunch of people and they, the remnants or blood or whatever sort of was infused into more likely than not like some devil fruit tree, and that's why each fruit is different because it's from a different like person and sort of a life source type deal. I think that'd be cool. But I'm gonna have to dip right now. I'm gonna have to dip.
Oh, Kevin, thank you.
Shouts to my man Chappie. It's his graduation. He just suffered through 5 years of Drexel, so I'm gonna head over and help him, enjoy that. But I do want to say one thing, King Recon. You mentioned earlier like you did not deserve the love and the support. That is complete cap, bro. You are one of the goats of the One Piece community. You are legitimately the best reactor besides Khan. Khan is also the goat, but you are genuinely such a joy to see on stream. So shout out to everyone here. Shout out to everyone in the stream. And yeah, that's going to be for me. Boom.
Yo, Kev,
we'll be watching.
Nothing but love to you. Never gas me up like that again. I'm just playing.
Wow, bro. You gotta gas up the coach. Gotta gas up the coach.
Not given, man.
I really appreciate you, Kev, though, man. Have a good one, brother. Thank you.
You guys have a good one and stay safe.
Hey,
for
man,
sure.
there's a reason why we put Recon's name after the Reverie, man. There's a reason.
All right. Take care.